Hey Aries and Aries cross watchers. So welcome to your January 2023 love reading. So I started pulling cards. Usually I've been pulling just these and then I have the other ones come out on camera, but I forgot until after I pulled that card for your person. So I hope everyone had a safe and healthy New Year's and that you're looking forward to a new year. Ooh. So of course, please take this as it resonates and always use your intuition when making decisions about your life because this is a general reading. And cross-watchers, you're welcome to flip their roles if that resonates better with you. Interesting. So we do have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. So I do want to let you know, I am making personal readings available again, so my email is below in the description box if you would like to book a private reading with me. So, Aries, I feel like you are obviously pretty protective against this person. It almost kind of feels like there's either it's someone that's coming back around that you're not sure if they've changed, or it's someone that's new that it's almost like you seem to know that who they're presenting as is that there's more to it, and not in a bad way. It's actually feels like it's in a good way. It's like, oh, it's my hair. Sorry. It feels like it's that they may be presenting as somebody that is being held back by certain things, but I feel like you actually may see through that and you know that they're not. And I feel like that's making you a bit suspicious here. So you're both suspicious of each other. I do want to say, I feel like your person seems to be, it's almost like their passion for you is, it almost feels like it's kind of knocking on their door to get out of their head. I feel like it's like their heart is calling them to start acting differently towards you. So in your person's headspace here, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And of course, that talks about trying to work in that last element or, kind of putting things together. It's that moment before you're able to sit down and start working on your craft. So it's like you're setting up all your supplies, you're getting everything in a row. And I feel, Aries, that your person here, they seem to want to, it's like they seem to want to show you what they've put together, but they seem to be so private and maybe a little bit reserved. It's like they want to know that you want to know what's going on with them. It's like they don't open up to a whole lot of people. So I feel like they're very protective of what they have, obviously because they've had to work for it. But it also feels like they may be in a position in their life that hasn't happened in their family either before or often. It's like maybe they've reached a level of stability that has not really happened for generations in their family. And I feel like they are very, very protective of what they have and what they've built. I feel like they're kind of scoping you out here. Almost feels like they're looking at it almost like they're wondering if the connection between the two of you would add to their life or if it would just take attention away. And now that's not to say, that's not a statement on you at all. It's more, that's what this person is trying to figure out. It's like they're trying to figure out if they're ready to, I almost want to say like, stop working so friggin' hard and enjoy their life a little bit. I feel like this is somebody that would want to work with you, like legit work. You know what I mean? They seem to be somebody that it's like their love language is to build more and more security. I feel like this is the kind of person that would invest in your career and your success. In like, that doesn't mean that they're, going to be financially investing. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, but it's more about them putting their time and energy and effort into supporting you. It's like this person I feel like they're the kind of one that if you guys had a really, important date or something like that, but then something came up at work that was it was a big deal and it would lead to something more, they wouldn't be happy about it. They wouldn't really like being, but I feel like they understand the importance of building that kind of security. It does feel, I just want to say this. It feels like it's not that they, want to be just thrown to the side so you can pursue a career. Of course, they would want the date rescheduled and they would want to know that they're still a priority. But it feels like that kind of stuff wouldn't really be a deal breaker for them. I don't know why I'm getting now that it's almost like if you did that, I feel like this person might actually see how that behavior has affected the people around them, because I feel like they might do that to a lot of people. But it does feel like they might be a little bit more flippant about the emotional consequences of doing something like that. And I feel like they're in the relationship with you. I feel like they see how being too focused on the career may be sabotaging their success when it comes to relationships. So, we have the Ace of Wands as what's in their heart space, and like, psh, girl, this person, they are really attracted to you, but it's not just physical chemistry. It's like this person, they wouldn't just want to have a physical connection with you. I feel like this is the kind of person that they are very passionate, but they need that. It's like when they're in the physical intimacy part of a relationship, they need to feel that like on a soul level. You know what I mean? It's like this person seems to really admire you. I feel like they want to get a lot closer to you, but there's something here it's almost like they're a little bit afraid of it. I feel like they might be concerned that their passion might take over. Maybe it has in the past. Maybe this person has struggled with an addiction in the past that may have sabotaged their success. And they seem to feel that the root of that is this really passionate drive. So it's like they're trying to temper it, but I don't think it's working out very well. I think we're going to pull a clarifier on that one. Can we get a clarifier for Aries, for their person? Well, I'm not trying to be a jerk by laughing. I just find it, I'm laughing because it's strange, not because it's funny. So we do have the and the King of Wands. Look at this. Whoops. So we have the Two of Wands and the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck, but it was the Ace, and so we have the Ace upright and the Ace reversed. So I feel like this person is growing up. It feels like they are, it's almost like whatever energy they had to put into this new beginning or building their pentacles here, I feel like if they are concerned that their passion is going to take over, and I'm talking to you, Crosswatcher, don't be. Because I actually feel like you have grown up a lot more than you might realize. And again, I'm talking to the Crosswatcher here. I feel like if you are concerned that that passion is going to take over, I don't think that you need, or well, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't feel like that's going to be a problem. I actually feel like you have a tighter rein on it than you realize. It feels like it's like the only way that it will take over is if you let go of it. And I actually feel like you've trained yourself out of that. I also feel, and Aries, I also feel that when it comes to this combination, I feel like this person may delay coming towards you to the extent that like their fire starts to burn out a little bit. I feel like that might be their, I almost want to say like MO for right now. It's like when they feel really passionate towards someone, they wait and wait and wait and wait. It's like they might not even realize that they're doing that as like a defense mechanism so that they don't kind of go charging towards people. Maybe not realizing that they are, um, kind of sabotaging their own chances here. So I think we'll read the actions and intentions together because it's strangely enough, I feel like the two of you are actually, hang on, you both want the same things. I just feel like your person here with this Eight of Swords, that they are a lot more protective of it. I feel like they seem to have some insecurities here, almost like they seem to feel that because it's like they think they have these knocks against them, or it's like these, like a black mark on their record sort of thing. It's like they seem to feel that there are certain, it's like the odds are stacked against them, that there's several reasons that people would turn them away before they even get to know them. And I feel like they're trying to make themselves almost as appealing to you as possible here, while still trying to be really honest and forthcoming about those perceived shortcomings. And what's really interesting is that while this person may be telling you about them, I actually feel that you are presenting as significantly more vulnerable than this person, because it's like they may be having intellectual conversations. It's like they may be talking about what those marks are, um, but they're not really communicating the emotional charge behind it, or like how that kind of weaves into their personality, right? And I feel like in that sense, you seem to be quite a bit more open to the connection here. So on your end, we have the Queen of Swords, which of course, if you've been watching tarot for some time now, you know that this is a bit of a standoffish energy. I feel like even though you may be presenting as someone that's very vulnerable, it feels like you're watching this person very, very closely, and not stalky sort of thing. Not that you're stalking them or anything, but you seem to be very observant to their responses or reactions to what you're saying or doing, or your vulnerability. I feel like you're trying to see if if they're brave enough to match it. And it does feel like, I think you'll see that they do want to, that they're trying to, that the fact that you're vulnerable first actually seems to give them a certain level of safety and security. Because I feel like, for example, if this is someone that is used to always having to put the effort in themselves, or it's like they're the one that always has to make the first move, they're the one that always has to be open and vulnerable, and that's burned them several times. The fact that you're doing it first seems to go a long way with this person. It's like maybe they don't let this burning fire out of its cage just yet. But it does seem to, I mean, of course, intrigue them, but it just kind of, it's almost like their walls are coming down, but they're trying to stop it, but it's just coming down. It's almost like it's an automatic retraction of the wall, and I feel like this person is trying to pretend that the walls are up and they're actually not anymore. Aries, I also feel that you are being, in the same way that this person is being forthcoming, you seem to be forthcoming about any of your, perceived issues or shortcomings, but not in a way where like you're coming right out and you're laying it out on the table. It's like you're just being who you are in the imperfect human that you are, because that's, we're all imperfect humans, right? And it just seems like you seem to be very committed to being like your authentic Aries self, and that's it. And it's like, I'm going to swear here, like there's no bullshit, there's no beating around the bush. You're going to be who you are, and it's like people can take it or leave it. And it feels like that take it or leave it energy is almost it does feel, it may not be coming across that way. It seems to come across with a much more like flowy sort of presentation. But I feel like in your mind, it's actually very cut and dry. It's like either people take you as you are or not at all. And I feel like you're in an energy where you seem ready, willing, and able. It's like you'll cut out anybody that you have to. Anybody. And it does really feel like you are supported. I feel like you may have had a bit of a glow up recently or some sort of success. And I feel like not everybody has seen it yet. It's like it's that new. And I feel like you may be keeping some of it to yourself. It's almost like you're in what you're presenting. Yes, you're presenting as vulnerable and all that, but all of this that you've built, all of these kind of structures and foundations that you've laid, it's like you seem to be keeping it hidden quite well, actually. Hold on for a second. It does feel like I want to say something. It feels like you're going to get a surprise, but please let me flesh that out a little bit. It doesn't feel like it's this, I want to say like huge thing. It doesn't feel like it's really big. It actually feels like it's a small, sweet surprise from like from a child, really, or that someone that kind of would function as that in your life. So it could be like a niece or nephew, but it feels like it's someone that's small. It feels like I feel like they might team up with someone else to do something that's really special for you. And I feel like it's almost like you're in this warrior stance, right? Like this is the Queen of Swords, but she's got her warrior helmet just up here and she's got the sword and she's ready for battle, right? So it's like, make no mistake, you're ready for battle, but I feel like if ever you've seen that video where Princess Diana, it's like one of her kids is showing her something and she puts her head to the side and her hands together like this kind of near her face. And she looks down at, I can't remember if it was it was one of the princes, but I can't remember which one, with just this affection and adoration. And I feel like there seems to be something about this surprise that just really disarms you. It's like your brain hasn't checked out entirely. You're still aware of what's going on, but it really seems to touch your heart. So in your heart space here, we have the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like you may be trying to match your person, or not trying to, but display to this person in the same way that like they have these certain things put together and they've taken the time to do it and so on and so forth. I feel like you're in an energy over here where I feel like in your heart, you may not actually say it to this person, but it's like a work before pleasure sort of thing. Maybe you don't have as many pentacles as this person, but yours are bigger. So it's like you're trying to say that in the same way that this person has theirs planted and they're where they are and that's where they're going to stay, it actually feels like you may have your pentacles. They seem to be not as tied up as this person's. It's almost the energy of this person's pentacles are tied up in things that can't be easily liquidated. Whereas I feel yours, it's almost like you've gone through the Eight of Pentacles, you perfected them, and you hung them up on the wall. And I feel like even if you present as someone that's very flowy, I feel like both of you are people that work really friggin' hard. You know what I mean? I feel like both of you are the kind of people that you're not looking for somebody to come in and do the work for you. I feel like both of you seem to get that validation and that self-esteem, confidence out of doing the work, putting the work in and being successful at it. So the situation between you, we have the Father of Swords. It is reversed though. And we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. I do want to say we have the King and Queen of Swords here, but it actually feels like the reason this is reversed is because this Queen of Swords energy may not get you the result that you are looking for. I feel like you have a bit of a strategy in place in terms of how you're going to deal with this person. And I'm not so sure it's going to, it feels like it might miss the mark. I feel like you may be expecting this person to be a little bit colder than they are. And when they're not, I feel like it might kind of surprise you. It just kind of feels like you may be assuming or thinking that this person is going to be coming in and be this kind of detached energy warrior. And they are when they have to be, but that's not who they are naturally, if that makes sense. I almost want to say like they're more of like a home, not a homebody, but it's almost like that Taurus energy. I want to say like the Queen of Pentacles, but without that much confidence. It's like they do all the same things the Queen of Pentacles does, but they don't quite give themselves credit for it because they're not where they want to be. So with the Five of Pentacles reversed here, I feel Aries, and you don't have to do anything you don't want to do, because can't nobody, like, I'm not going to tell an Aries what to do. There is a message here that with this person, even if you are acting in a way that has this kind of flowy, almost feminine energy to it, and it's not that you are a feminine or that you are not, it's just that energetics of it, right? It's like even if you're presenting with this kind of flowy energy that's a bit more passive or a bit more open, vulnerable, this person knows that you're really not. And that's what seems to be kind of holding them back. So it's not that you have to, you know, completely drop this energy, but there is a message here that instead of having your sword out and ready, would you consider putting it back in your sheath to shake someone's hand, sort of thing? Because I feel like that seems to be, it's almost like that disarms the whole thing. Hold on for a second. It's almost like if you are able to do that, if you choose to do that, the energy of the whole reading is changed. And I feel like whatever has been holding this person back, I almost want to say like they have no excuse to hold back when that happens. So that's what I have for you today, Aries. If this reading resonated, I hope it was helpful and brought you some clarity. And we will see you on the next one. Oh, I do want to say I will have the minis coming out on Sunday. But next week, me and the kids are all back at school. So I will do my very best to do the weekly reads, the longer ones that are released in the week. But I may not be able to. So just check out the community section and I will post there and let everybody know. So with that said, I will see you next time. Much love. Bye.